After England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremule, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands. But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise. England would not be ruled by a woman. Matilda's cousin Stephen saw his chance and claimed the throne. The crisis moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king, but Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln. Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change. Matilda's half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day. Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army.
Klaar, ich tue so, was du hättest. Ich forfeit es.
Scouter, letto enemy duty. Vidende suahet. Folwende di hesta. Het wel beodon.
Hier we for blood on bal.
Ik wil doen. Give me hest, vidende suahet. Het wel
Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
Ich habe gefunden, the
What
boat!
will thou? What beath jetzt hier way for blood on Baal?
Courser is saddled. Scouter is ready.
What will thou?
It's sailed the boat!
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Ich fortet din es. Men of armes, we ben verende ute. Ik sua hessa aliata. Ik stua sua thuetist.
Give him a do that. Scouter is ready to read. Verende suahet.
Every chan ya travail to dawn, men of armes. Here we go.
Ich habe gefunden, the boat!
We haven't here a gun!
With more of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege.
Scouter, do ende mi duty. Het will leveo dawn.
Men of travail to dawn, men of armes. Men of armes, men of ich sua hessa. What will ich sua hessa? Ich sua what be hessa shouldn't be here. Ik hier way for blood on Baal. What be a thing ich obey thine hess?
Follow ende do ende mi duty.
Send hessa shouldn't be here. Ich sua hess. What will thou? Send them to me wekes.
Give me hestes.
Robert's men decimated King Stephen's reinforcements and were poised to break the siege. Continuing the push towards Lincoln, Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard. To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Here, Hestus. Dresset steppeth to it, Arwaymen. And sweet, yes.
What be up in hess?
Jeppe Moa is im Hestes cometh Hestes en oddvånen. Dresset ja freckes ha fuset, Japathop,
Jonas,
entendeth, fuste to freckes ha, Hestes cometh. Onti fotas, vereth. Nuthan, cometh on.
Get away for blood on Baal. Send them to me wekes.
Ja.
Every chan yara.
Freckes haken, nu hestes. Onti fotas, Beleth. Ikama
Scouter, Hetwell Beodor.
Fus Luther, Comathon. Ikam heldig min glidande, ner hurteth no one never dal. Tid windleth.
Cus Nidendes.
And tentin.
Scouter to Wenda Nijute. Ich am Ontefara.
Freckes glidande, ner hurteth no one near.
Widus Ichel do that.
And tentin
Venus is
fotas,
near me.
Beleth.
Give me hest, for Wenda the hest.
Wow, so they hate. And sweet, yes.
Ich habe found the foe.
Ich sua hessa aliata.
Scouter.
Rallying to Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster Robert's army. With the market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle. Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Weapons ready! On fire!
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege. Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege.
Ich shall lede jou. Ut readeth nu, Tulkas. Mandente to serve. Jute is none for dead. But me no word. Certes. Ich live to hear it. Alles with. Ich shall lede jou. Ich live to hear it.
Descende.
Fortquande frecus, mit baldenes, ad mina worde ferreth, ut rideth nu tulcus.
Certes.
Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates. If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army.
Andente to serve.
Jette ti ready for heste. Andente to serve.
the bow!
Tute is none but them.
Before the awakening, let us see the essence is out. Lead us through the bow and At me no word. Ferreth. Certes. Dominite, letetus ride, Nicus.
Alles win. Tute is none but them. Hestes cometh. Certes. Ich liebe to hear. Andente to serve. Andente to serve.
Fort Guarde Franques, mit Baldenes. Alles with it. Dresset, yo! We have cannon! Niemand zu Maxiana! Auf die Verstanden nicht! Griechisch! In den Schach!
Foliende Hestes. Suas e het.
Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Fort Guarde Franques, mit Baldenes. Ich shall lay the yard. Send.
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege. Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege. Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates. If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army.
Ut readeth nu, Tullius. Dute is nu, but mean a word. Fair. Certes,
What may alas, dictus to Varen. Es
Atul for honest, Mr. Atul Cretus. It's living to hear it.